our plans. All right. So now that this session is being recorded, I'm going to say good afternoon to all of you. It is 5 to 4, and we are going to start our session talking about what our plans are. You already did your achievement test in the written section, and also you did the achievement test in the speaking section using the platform Flipgrid. Before we continue, we're going to take a look at that platform together since this is the one we were using. Okay, so for the speaking section, you had to join this link. You have to click on this link. Then you could see the video with the explanation and with the instructions. If you went below, you could see here a plus sign, signal más, where you had to click and then you could record your session. There you are with all the presentations. And just in case a person didn't have the chance to do the test, you can let me know and you can send it to me. Again, you can do it now. Please, let's refresh your memory now. We are going to look at this. Let's refresh your memory and remember that what we are doing now is on June the 3rd, the online session for the introduction of Unit 13. Since on Friday, we are going to continue talking about Unit 13. Next week was supposed to be the week with no lessons and no tests, but that changed. We will have classes next week, but they are not going to be online classes. No van a ser sincrónicas, sino que asíncrónicas with tareas and an interactive video using Aula Virtual, all about the Unit 13 that we are going to be seeing during the classes of June the 3rd and the 5th. Then we are going to be seeing again on the 17th of June to finish what we were studying in Unit 13. That is the most important unit in this end of semester. The 19th is holiday, so I will meet you again to finish Unit 14 on the 24th. And then on the 26th is not online class, it's asynchronic. Then on the 1st of July, we are going to be finishing to have a final review of Units 13 and 14 because we have our final progress test on the 8th of July. All those persons who owe me, que deben, okay, all those persons who owe tests, progress tests, or written achievement will have to do the makeup test. The makeup test is on the 10th of July, and it includes all the contents covered so far. If one person didn't do the speaking achievement, we'll have a speaking interrogation using Google Meets on July the 10th with me, and that will include all the things covered so far until Unit 14. Also, if a person owes, debe, more than 2 tests, 3 tests or more, we'll have to do the makeup test and the exam. Examination mark is 4.0, and you can do the exam if your final average is between 3.5 and 3.9. Knowing all these, are there any questions? Are there any questions about the classes and dates? Okay, I understand that there are no questions. That's why I'm going to continue. In unit number 13, we are going to be talking about the present perfect. In what situations do we use the present perfect tense? We use it when we go, for example, for a job interview. In a job interview, en cualquier entrevista de trabajo, you're going to be asked about your experience. When you talk about your experience, you talk about the past. But since it is a life experience, you are not going to be using only the simple past, but also the present perfect. You use the simple past to talk about a specific moment, or a specific situation in the past. But you use the present perfect to describe an event that started in the past and is not finished, to describe an event that is not over, or when you talk about something that has happened in your life, but the moment is not important. So, as we said, we use it for an unspecified time before now. The exact time is not important. Let's take a look at the rules. When we say in Spanish the present perfect, you say yo he vivido, yo he comprado, él ha estudiado. Okay? In that case, ese ha, he, hemos, has is in English have or has. Okay? So you use I have, you have, we, you, they have, abbreviated with apostrophe VE. But for he, she, it, you use has, that can be abbreviated with apostrophe S. So remember, yo he, I have, ella ha, she has. And then we use a verb in past participle. Now, please do not forget that the negative form of it is haven't or hasn't. No confundir con el uso de have para el verbo, tener, como yo tengo 3 gatos, I have 3 cats. En este caso, have or has está actuando como auxiliar. Have or has, as, an. All right, and the verb that goes next to it is the past participle verb. A past participle verb, like the ones you see here, like sunk, collected, watched, swam, arrived, said, are what in Spanish we call ado, edo, comido, saltado, reído. Okay, those verbs. So we can say, the boat has sunk. El bote se ha hundido. Hundido, sunk. Sunk is the past participle form of the verb, sink. Collected, collect is a verb. Collected is in past participle. Ojo con esto, porque hay verbos, cuando están en past participle, can be regular or irregular. If they are regular, they finish with ed en pasado y también terminan en ed en participio. Por ejemplo, collected. Collected. She collected stamps last year. Ella coleccionó estampitas el año pasado. Yo uso el pasado simple porque estoy refiriéndome a un momento específico, el año pasado. Pero ella ha coleccionado estampitas toda su vida. She has collected stamps all her life. So in that case, we say it using the past participle with the present perfect. Arrived. The visitors have arrived. So it started in the past and it's not finished. Enjoyed. I have enjoyed the party. Si yo digo eso, salto al present perfect, la fiesta no ha terminado. I have enjoyed it. But if I say I enjoyed the party is over, it's finished. And then I use a simple past. I enjoyed the party. Watch. Have you ever watched a movie, or have you ever watched a movie in the cinema, etc.? Present perfect. But some other verbs are irregular. That means that you have to memorize them. And you have to use the third column. Para la tercera columna, no sé si se acuerdan de la lista de verbos, la tercera columna es comúnmente la que estamos revisando acá. A los alumnos que están presentes, recuerden, es importante que me digan si alguna cosa no la entienden. Ya, es la introducción. Vamos a revisar más en detalle. Por favor, si algo no entienden, me dicen y yo paro y lo vuelvo a explicar. Examples of verbs in past participle. Sunk, swam, eaten. For example, I have never eaten bugs. Nunca he comido gusanos insectos. Said. And in sentences, you have them there. You can read them. So there you have has for the boat because it's the same as saying it. It has sunk. She has collected. I have watched. My sister has swum. Our guest has arrived. The teacher has said. There is a video that you can watch, but we are not going to watch it now. And this is a revision in what situations we use the present perfect. We use it when the time period is not finished. Example, in this sentence, the week is not finished yet. I have seen 3 movies this week. The week is not finished. We also use it when the time is not mentioned. Gary has failed his exam again. Our attention is in the action, not in the moment. The present perfect is often used when the time is recent. For example, has just, there. When something happened like super recently, you say just and you put it in the middle. James has just arrived in Victoria. So has just arrived. Just goes in the middle between has and the verb past participle and means recently, recién. You can also use it when you talk about periods of time. When you talk about periods of time, something has occurred, you use for. For example, Greg has lived here for 20 years. Okay? Then you can also say Greg has lived here since 1978. Since is used when you say exactly the beginning of something. Desde. Okay, so now we were saying that it is for unspecified time before now. Like in the examples you have there, I have seen that movie 20 times. Or I think I have met him once before. You don't say the exact moment. Many earthquakes in California, people have traveled to the moon. You don't say when, that is not specified. Life experience, I have been to France. You have grown. Our son has learned how to read. We are not talking about when it happened, it's life experience. I have had 4 quizzes and 5 tests. It's an action that is not over. What is the most important thing here is that we are introducing something called the present perfect. Where will we see it? In Unit 13, we are going to use this material to practice a little bit. Look at these sentences. The man says, his shoes are dirty. Now he's cleaning his shoes. In the end, he sits down and says, I have cleaned my shoes. What is important here? When he did it? No. It is the action that started and it is finished, but it is not important when. It is important the action. El hecho que está hecha. He limpiado mis zapatos. Si quiere decir cuándo los limpió, usa simple past. I cleaned my shoes yesterday, for example. Okay, so he has cleaned his shoes. His shoes are clean now. Or they have gone out. When did they leave the house? Doesn't matter. There is the structure. Remember that this is a structure for a question, affirmative sentences, and questions. As you can see in these exercises, antes de hacer los ejercicios, quiero saber si cuento con las personas que están presentes para hacer un ejercicio en conjunto o si no van a hablar. Voy a darles unos segundos para que me respondan, por favor. Las personas que están presentes en la clase van a hablar, van a participar.
Sí, profe.
Sí, ya, perfecto. No los puedo escuchar porque estoy compartiendo pantalla. Ok, entonces entiendo que hay una persona que va a participar. Por lo tanto, hagamos este ejercicio juntos. Look at the feet before the shoes and the shoes now. Now we can say this action is finished, but we are going to focus on the action, not the moment. He has cleaned his shoes. Si yo quiero enfocarme en el momento, digo, he cleaned his shoes yesterday or 2 hours ago. Pero no importa el cuándo, es el hecho. Lo mismo me pasa aquí. The lady is closing the door is closed. So what has she done? She, Brian? ¿Qué ha hecho ella? What has she done? She
has closed the door.
She has closed the door. Very good. Look at the second sentence. They are both watching television and they now are in bed. So, si yo llamo por teléfono y digo, oye, los abuelitos, tú me tienes que decir, ellos ya se han ido a la cama. How do you say it?
They have gone to bed.
Exactly, they have gone to bed. So, as you can see here, they are all actions that are in the past, but we are using them with present perfect to say that the actions are the most important, not the moment. Brian y todas las personas que están aquí en la clase, recuerden que este material está en aula virtual y la última página tiene la hoja de respuesta. Por ahora vamos a ver el libro. In unit number 13, our main attention and our goal is to talk about experiences. Say what you have done and what you have always wanted to do. Today, our attention is going to be in the happy to say, I have never activity. Okay? So, apart from Brian, are you there? Have you ever said that you are happy to say never? ¿Has sentido alguna vez esa satisfacción de decir, yo nunca he hecho tal cosa y me encanta decirlo? When you talk about a life experience, ¿te has sentido orgulloso de algún nunca?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes, especially when we talk about bad habits, some people should feel proud that they are not following the bad habits, right? But sometimes there are things that you have never done and that are different to the crowd, different to most of the people. For example, in my case, I don't like Star Wars, but I understand that many people like it. So every time I say I have never watched Star Wars, many people say, "What? Are you crazy?" But it's my experience. When I say that, I say I have, then I use never, I have never, then the verb in past participle, watched Star Wars. Let's read the sentence that we have here. I have never had a mobile phone. I have never had. Si se fijan, aquí está el uso de have como helping verb y aquí está como verbo, tener. Yo nunca he tenido. I have never had a mobile phone. ¿Se fijan que en español el orden es diferente? Nosotros decimos yo nunca he tenido. En inglés es yo he nunca tenido. Para que consideren eso, va al medio. I have never had a mobile phone. Why do people these days make phone calls while driving their cars or shopping in the supermarket? When I leave my house, I'm happy to get away from my phone for a few hours. ¿Cómo diría usted, Brian? Frances nunca ha tenido un celular.
Frances never had a mobile phone.
Acuérdate que el orden es diferente a español. Nosotros en español decimos, Frances nunca ha tenido. En inglés tú tienes que decir, Frances ha nunca tenido. El nunca va en el medio. Entonces sería Frances have or has.
Had.
Had es había. Estamos hablando de hemos, han. Entonces, Frances ha, puedes, las opciones para decirlo son Si es yo, se dice I have. Yo he, I have. Tú has, you have. Él ha, he has. Ella ha, she has. Lo que vimos acá, no sé si te acuerdas de este, te lo voy a mostrar de nuevo. Acá me voy para atrás, porque esto lo vimos aquí. A ver, muéstratelo acá, si lo tienes aquí. Mira, ¿los ves aquí? Yo he, I have. Tú o ustedes han. Tú has, ustedes han. You have. Ella ha, she has. Él ha, he has. Ellos o ellas han, they have. Nosotros o nosotras han, hemos, perdón, we have. Entonces, sabiendo esto, si estamos hablando de Frances, que es un she, ¿qué decimos? She has. Ahora uso el never. She has never, y ahora el verbo en participio. She has never had a mobile phone. ¿Lo puedes decir tú ahora?
Yes. Frances has never had a mobile phone.
That's right. Very good. Now look at the second one. Says Jill. I have never read a Harry Potter book or seen any of the films. Now you say it. Jill nunca ha leído.
Jill has never read a Harry Potter book or seen any of the films.
That's right. Jill has never read. Mira, read se escribe igual en cualquier tiempo, pero se pronuncia distinto. Read se escribe en todas partes, se escribe read, pero se pronuncia diferente. En presente read, en pasado read, en participio read, como el color rojo se pronuncia. Okay, let's go with Simon. I have never played golf. Why pay money to hit a ball around a large area of land that was once beautiful countryside? So tell me about Simon.
Simon has never played golf.
Very good. Maxim, I have never liked the Beatles. I don't understand people who do. Vamos tú con Maxim.
Maxim has never liked the Beatles.
Exactly, very good. I have never worked for a company with good management. I have never believed managers when they say people are the most important thing in our company. Shilpa.
Shilpa has never worked for a company with good management.
Management, very good, excellent. I have never smoked or eaten a McDonald's hamburger.
Marina has never smoked or eaten a McDonald's hamburger.
Eaten, very good. I have never wanted to stop smoking.
Thorsten has never wanted to stop smoking.
Exactly, very good. Dennis, I have never been to a gym. I have never understood people who climb mountains or do extreme sports.
Dennis has never been to a gym.
Exactly, and Dennis has never understood.
Dennis has never understood people who climb mountains or do extreme sports.
That's right. I have never said never.
Pamela has never said never.
That's right. Very good. Okay, so those were examples, as you can see, of life experience. They all talk about an experience of her life. ¿Por qué usan el present perfect para hablar de una experiencia de vida? Estas personas están todas vivas. Eso puede pasar, pero no ha pasado. So the action is not finished. In that case, we use the present perfect. ¿Por qué lo estamos estudiando? Porque en una entrevista de trabajo esto les va a ser muy útil. So, talking about the present perfect, let's complete this activity number 4. Can you see it well, Brian? Brian es tu nombre, ¿verdad? O te lo estoy cantando.
No, miss.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot your name. Let me see. I will find your name. Let me find it. Don't tell me your name. Don't tell me. You are Ricardo.
Uh-huh.
Because Brian is in silence and you are talking. So there was a Brian, you see? Okay, so complete the sentences with have or has. Okay, so let's do activity 4. I
has never. O sea,
look at this.
sorry. I have never played golf.
Exactly. I have never played. Es Brian, very good. Have. Que Brian está participando en mute. Good. Number 2, you
have never been to my flat.
That's right. Ojo que el been se usa para estado y nosotros decimos, tú nunca has estado en mi departamento. You have never been to my flat. He
has never eaten a hamburger.
Eaten a hamburger. Eat es comer. Ate, comió. Eaten, comido. Okay, very good. We
have never had a garden.
Yes. And finally, they
have never worked in an office before.
That's right. Very good. So now you have a mission. Tiene el computador por ahí cerca. Bueno, Brian está escribiendo y también usted, Pedro. ¿La chunté es Pedro? De verdad que soy súper mala para los nombres. Te pido mil disculpas, Ricardo. Mil disculpas, Ricardo. Yeah, you have a mission. If you have a computer nearby or your phone, let's try to find the verbs in past, part of the regulars, because the regulars is just ed. Play is played. Like is liked. Work is worked. Right? Let me see, because Brian was writing and I have to see it. Very good. We have liked. And then worked, believed, smoked, and wanted. Como son regulares, solo les pongo la ed. Pero ahora les voy a pedir a ustedes, Brian lo va poniendo en el chat, desde el número 7 al 14, y les voy a dar exactamente 2 minutos. A ver, ¿quién es más rapidito? Lo escriben en una hojita si quiere Ricardo, Brian lo va poniendo en el chat, ahí ustedes ven. Van a buscar el participio, o sea, en la lista de verbos irregulares, la tercera columna. One minute. Ok, ready? Voy a ir mirando el chat. Porque aquí tenemos un compañero ya que los tiene por ahí. Number 7, Brian said, the past of have is have. Very good. Read is read. Read is read. Very good. Remember, only we change the pronunciation. Read, read, read. See, saw, seen. Seen is the past participle. Very good. Understand, understood, understood. Excellent. Very good job, Brian. Good job. How about you, Ricardo? Was it easy or difficult to find the past participle verbs? Ahora Ricardo se mutió. Okay, but Brian, you did a very good job. Next class, that is on Friday, we are going to refresh the memory of the present perfect doing these exercises. But the most important thing of next class is I have always wanted to. Nos vamos a enfocar después, terminando la unidad 13, en una entrevista laboral, donde van a tener que hablar sobre su experiencia de trabajo usando present perfect y vamos a hablar de lo que siempre han querido hacer. Y eso va a ser lo más principal de su progress test final, así es que lo vamos a practicar también en la próxima clase. Como ustedes pueden ver, vienen algunos listenings. En todo caso, yo ahora subiré al aula virtual esta información y también los audios, por si acaso quieren adelantar clase y el viernes estar ya con toda la información lista. Voy a finalizar la grabación agradeciendo la presencia de los compañeros que asistieron a la clase de hoy, recordando, así que muchas gracias y vamos a darla por finalizada. No se